Since Carnival theaters rolled out 20-second silent films on the silver screen in the 1890s, movie producers have strived to apply all their skills and break through cinematic boundaries in order to create a masterpiece that would stand the test of time because of its quality. However, only a few have managed to succeed in doing so, and only a handful of pictures have received exhorts from critics, such being Die Hard, Saving Private Ryan, Toy Story, 2001: A Space Odyssey, just to name a few. But none have managed to reach the level that one film has. None have so much as paralleled the grandeur of this film, which dwarves every infinitesimal competitor in its looming shadow. That film is the 2007 exemplar of cinematic excellence, the B-movie. You heard me. The B-movie. What makes this film so spectacular? How does it portray such vehement passion? How does it accurately commentate on modern societal issues in an almost subliminal fashion? In today's video, I will be discussing the greatness that is the B-movie and why it is or should be considered the greatest film to ever be produced. Reason number 1. Originality. The B-movie is arguably one of, if not the, most original films in existence. I argue, in fact, that it is at least the most original idea since the wheel. In more modern times, the most original piece since Mary Shelley penned Frankenstein in 1816. Who had the absolute brilliance one muggy Sunday morning after church, sipping coffee on their suburban front porch, to compose a film about a quaint bee suing the human race off of the basis of illegal exploitation of labor, and then the environmental ramifications of the implementation of these new regulations. Actually, let me look it up real quick. Who's this guy? We salute you, collectively. Anyway, in essence, this great mind managed to concoct a tale so flexible that a variety of humor and topics could be discussed off of a singular base. Number 2, the environment. If there is a single topic that this film directly addresses, it is the environment. In particular, the critical role that bees play in the perpetuation of equilibrium within the global environment. As the film portrays, without the bees pollinating plants, said plants cannot reproduce, the environment grays, and people become exceedingly depressed as color literally fades from their life. Therefore, the B-movie instills a newfound appreciation for both the tiny little insects and the wondrous world that humanity inhabits, and an ardency to protect them and it. Number 3, Jerry Seinfeld. Number 4, societal commentary. As stated earlier, the film's premise allows for a variety of different topics to be tackled and subsequently resolved to display philosophic principles. This flexibility becomes present in both the plot of the film, appealing to anyone on any extreme of the political spectrum. To those on the left, the film delves into Marxist principles regarding the dignity of the worker, as the court scenes addresses the bees, or in Marxist terminology, the proletariat, and the abuse from the honeymakers, the bourgeoisie. The result of the court case is the fulfillment of Marxism, as the bees seize the means of production over the honey, completely controlling the production and sale of the sweet product, and for a short time, realize bliss in a pseudo-communist utopia, as no bee has to work due to the overabundance of the nectar. However, the film takes a turn to the right, as Barry B. Benson, our protagonist, realizes the importance of work and self-application in one's life after Vanessa shows the destruction of the environment due to the bees' sloth behavior. Soon afterward, Barry restarts the production of honey in order to repollinate the flowers and becomes a lawyer, realizes the need to protect his planet, his self-actualization, and, as Ben Franklin himself postulated, finds happiness in his work. Number 5. Bee jokes. If there's one field of humor that this film bathes its audience in, it's bee jokes. Immediately, it assaults the bee for being, quote-unquote, too fat to fly. Barry's parents congratulate him on making all bees on his report card. Even later in the film, Barry mentions his aspirations to spark a movement comparable to the works of B. Gandhi and bejesus, and then proceeds to harangue the TV host B. Larry King for being too similar to the actual Larry King while retaining the characteristics of a bee. The genius of the seemingly redundant and dry humor may be found from a different paradigm, that bees know the humor is horrible, but only do so in order to propagate some sort of profound facade of irony that covers every aspect of their brief lives, that the bees are knowingly making a meta-meme of their own existence by constantly joking about what they are in order to avoid confrontation over the purpose of their brief blips of existence. For these reasons, the Bee Movie is so terribly great. The film addresses key philosophical and political problems currently draining the denizens of this earth and introduces socioeconomic concepts in a simple manner through a neutral means so that intellectuals from all corners of the political spectrum, young and old, can internalize. Thank you all for attending my TED Talk.